Romain de Tirtoff was a Russian-born French artist and designer known by the pseudonym Erté, from the French pronunciation of his initials. He was a diversely talented 20th-century artist and designer who flourished in an array of fields, including fashion, jewellery, graphic arts, costume and set design for film, theatre and opera, and interior decor. Early life. Tirtoff was born Roman Petrovich Tirtoff in St. Petersburg, to a distinguished family with roots tracing back to 1548. His father, Pyotr Ivanovich Tirtoff, served as an admiral in the Russian fleet. Career. In 1907, he lived 1 year in Paris. He said about this time, "I did not discover Beardsley until when I had already been in Paris for a year." In 1910-12, Romain moved to Paris to pursue a career as a designer. He made this decision despite strong objections from his father, who wanted Romain to continue the family tradition and become a naval officer. Romain assumed his pseudonym to avoid disgracing the family. He worked for Paul Poiret from 1913–1914. In 1915, he secured his first substantial contract with Harper's Bazaar magazine, and thus launched an illustrious career that included designing costumes and stage sets. Between 1915 to 1937, Erté designed over 200 covers for Harper's Bazaar, and his illustrations would also appear in such publications as Illustrated London News, Cosmopolitan, Ladies' Home Journal, and Vogue. Erté is perhaps most famous for his elegant fashion designs which captured the Art Deco period in which he worked. One of his earliest successes was designing apparel for the French dancer Gaby Deslys, who died in 1920. His delicate figures and sophisticated, glamorous designs are instantly recognizable, and his ideas and art still influence fashion into the 21st century. His costumes, program designs, and sets were featured in the Ziegfeld Follies of 1923, many productions of the Folies Bergère, and George Wythe Scandals. On Broadway, the celebrated French chanteuse Irene Bourdonnais wore Erté's designs. In 1925, Louis B. Mayer brought him to Hollywood to design sets and costumes for the silent film Paris. There were many script problems, so Erté was given other assignments to keep him busy. Hence, he designed for such films as Ben-Hur, The Mystic Time, The Comedian, and Dance Madness. In 1920 he designed the set and costumes for the film The Restless Six, starring Marion Davies and financed by William Randolph Hearst. By far, his best-known image is Symphony in Black, depicting a somewhat stylized, tall, slender woman draped in black holding a thin black dog on a leash. The influential image has been reproduced and copied countless times. Erté continued working throughout his life, designing revues, ballets, and operas. He had a major rejuvenation and much lauded interest in his career during the 1960s with the Art Deco revival. He branched out into the realm of limited edition prints, bronzes, and wearable art. 2 years before his death, Erté created 7 limited edition bottle designs for Courvoisier to show the different stages of the cognac making process, from distillation to maturation. In 2008, the 8th and final of the remaining Erté-designed Courvoisier bottles, containing Grande Champagne cognac dating back to 1892, was released and sold for $10,000 apiece. His work may be found in the collections of several well-known museums, including the Victoria and Albert Museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art as well. A sizable collection of work by Erté can be found at Museum 1999 in Tokyo. Writings: Things I Remember, an Autobiography, Quadrangle, The New York Times Book O. 1975, ISBN 0812905755-X.